My name is Kate Mueller. I'm the Vice President of Student Services at Coastline College. Once I learned of it, a connection on LinkedIn sent me a message and suggested I take a look at it. And once I read through their materials and saw what they did for support and how long they've been around and the coaches had training, I was really intrigued. And I'm at a stage in my career where, as a vice president, I'm starting to look at my next step professionally. And that would be a presidency at a community college. And I just figured some executive coaching would be a great next step for me. I'd have to say I felt some level of epiphany after my very first session with LaVacia, if not during the session. At the time that we connected, I was feeling a bit challenged with some feedback I was receiving from a couple of my colleagues and needed to help process that and figure out how to respond or not respond to it. And within that first session, she was able to tap into some underlying feelings and emotions that I had never articulated. And from that point, with her recognizing what was really going on with how I was feeling and processing, it made all the difference in the world once we could name that and I could work on that. Right before the holidays, one of my deans, who's a direct report, after we had our one-on-one conversation, she asked if she could share some feedback with me. And I took a deep breath and said yes. And she said that over the last 3 months, so this would have been during my time of coaching with LaVacia, that during the last 3 months, she had noticed a change in how I interacted with people, and especially how I didn't respond to things. This particular dean, who's known me quite a long time, she is aware of what might push my buttons, so to say. And she was very specific in saying that she noticed that I didn't even blink. I didn't point out something that I normally would that really didn't matter to other people, but usually matters to me. And so that was such an aha moment. And I've shared this with LaVacia because that was huge for me. That something I had been intentionally and consciously working on, of reacting less to things that in the scheme of things aren't as important. That I was able to, have that feedback with that difference. I had felt it and I thought I was doing better, but to have someone candidly tell me that was a gift. Do it. Absolutely do it. Invest in yourself, give yourself this gift, and take advantage of this service that EC of OC provides. And no matter where you might be in your career, that embrace a growth mindset and a willingness to self-reflect and take some deep dives on what's happening in your life, in your world, and what can you be working on to improve. There's always something we can improve on. And I've had nothing but an amazing experience with my coach.